Someone once said, everyone has to plant a tree, have a child, and write a book. I am not a fan of copying what other people do. In fact, I believe this is the reason for a lot of trouble and misery. We miss being ourselves. We just take on what we have learned from others. I believe that this is the reason why many people are unhappy. Well, one reason. We take on what our parents did, they did what their parents did, and we miss the whole point. Finding out who we really are, what our God-given gift is, and what to do with it. The purpose of this book is to inspire readers to look deeper inside themselves and start asking some important questions beyond or better way before, how will I finance my pension plan? Who are we really beyond the roles and ideas we all took on? What is underneath? Polish your diamond, get to the grits. No need to be proud and no need to be ashamed. Just clear the bulk away, find out, and be yourself. This is my story, how I perceived it subjectively at the time. Please excuse all those eyes. This is about a search and what I found during a spontaneous 3-month stay in the Amazon rainforest. I went there to translate Spanish into English, German, and French, and vice versa, and ended up celebrating lots of shamanic ayahuasca healing plant ceremonies that reminded me about the truth the hard way. Nothing that you need ayahuasca for, since we all have it inside, but almost forgotten. I had started writing a book several times. Each time, after around 80 pages, I stopped because my inner critic told me, don't waste other people's time with more insignificant stories. Who wants to read your stuff? There is so much information out there, too much information polluting people's minds. Plus, it is just my subjective view at the time anyway. Yet, it was important to express something about myself that had not been heard. Deep down, we are all paddling in the same kind of boat in the same ocean. Writing a book, you think of a given form, chapters, or a chronological order. Trying to put what I wanted to share into chapters killed the flow. I just couldn't do it. The intention was not to write a chronological biography of a troubled child that finds healing with hallucinogenic drugs, and which was not the case anyway. The intention is to share an experienced story that reveals how we create an illusionary reality based on conditioning, copying, secrecies, or lies and assumptions, and how we interpret what we experience with our senses in such a way that it would fit to our false idea of reality. This is an attempt to share from a soul perspective how mind and emotions work and influence, and how any situation, problem, and trauma can be perceived in different ways and create distortions and false beliefs. And it is also about how this drama can be healed once we realize who we really are. I want to inspire others to question who or what they are, to free themselves from limiting and separating ideas, to surrender to a higher power that we are part of, to find trust, love, and joy. Many people have asked me about the 3-month experience in the Peruvian jungle when I came back. They wanted to find out whether ayahuasca would be the solution to heal from suffering. I don't think so. My humble opinion after the Amazon experience is that prayer, deep meditation, or experiences in nature can help transcend suffering just as much. It's about us being conscious, present, compassionate, and responsible to allow love in, crack the nut, and to share that love. Here, I just share my experiences with ayahuasca and what that meant in respect of my life experience and personal background. It is important to point out that other people's experiences are other people's experiences and nothing more. What that means for me is not what it means for you. Everybody has their own perspective, frames of mind, background, and path. And yet, we have very similar mechanisms going, and we are made of the same stuff. Sometimes, being understanding and compassionate with others can help to apply the same kindness to ourselves.